my wife and I, we've been married for about a year and a half. She's been having a physical and emotional affair with one of my coworkers. And my coworker that happens to also be a lesbian. And kind of
forget your coworker for a second. What about your wife, dude? What's going on? This is John with the Dr. John Delony Show. Talking to people all over the world about challenges in their relationships, their mental and emotional health, all kind of crazy things in this world that we're all trying to figure out how to navigate. It feels like every day the news gets wilder and wonkier and it's just hard to figure out what's the next right move. And that's what this show is about. Real people going through real challenges. If this sounds like something you want to be a part of, I'd love to have you. Go to johndelony.com/ask, A-S-K, and you fill out the form on the internets, and it will go to Taylor or Kelly, and they will help build the show and holler back at you if they want to have you on the show. I'd love to have you. Let's go out to Panama City, Florida. Panama! And talk to Derek. What's up, Derek?
Hey, Dr. Delony.
What's up, homie? How we doing?
I've been better.
Uh-oh. What's going on, man?
So yeah, my wife and I, we've been married for about a year and a half, and just around our anniversary time, well, 2 weeks ago I found out that around our anniversary time, our 1 year mark, that she's been having a physical and emotional affair with one of my coworkers, and my coworker that happens to also be a lesbian, one of those like looks like one, talks like one, thinks like one type of chicks. And
what does that mean?
Like she's on testosterone. She's a woman who thinks and acts and looks like a dude. Really. Okay.
But your wife is with her now?
No. So when I found out, it was pretty much like they were seemed like they were breaking up, like they're ending their relationship. Part of my coworker feeling guilt. And kind of
forget your coworker for a second. What about your wife, dude?
Yeah, I mean, she also was feeling guilt about it, but she seemed like she was pretty emotionally involved with this person through all the for everything that I saw with them.
Okay. How old are you, man? How old are you?
I'm 36.
36. Is this your first marriage?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm sorry this happened, man.
Yeah, me too. It kind of was unseen and kind of just blew up. And so, yeah, it's been going on for 3 months, and just found out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So what's your next move, man? How can I help?
Well, yeah, so the reason my call is, I guess, how do I, do I tell my supervisor at work? How do I confront this other person or tell her I know? How do I talk to family and get insight from them? How can I, give my wife a second chance, knowing that, within a year of us being married, that she's already been lying and cheating on me? How
else has she lied in this first year?
Well, throughout other discoveries, so I found out about all this because I went through her phone one night, and I found out that there's like certain red flags and stuff. Other stuff would be she went places that she didn't tell me really. That she'd say she's doing one thing and went other places, but I mean, for the most part, this was like the big lie. Other things would be like turning off her location, so I couldn't see like where she's going. Kind of little like deceitful acts like that.
She doesn't want to be married to you, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I hate to say it that blunt, dude, but is she spending money like crazy too?
I found out that yeah, she was spending money like crazy. She was sending money to people, telling it was to family members when she was really buying other stuff with it.
Yeah, brother, she doesn't want to be married, man.
She's obviously right now going through a whole apologetic phase, and she did mention she kept in touch. She stays in touch with her ex-husband, and who cheated on her, ironically. And she says that through the text that I saw, that she wants to talk to him about divorce, but it's mainly because I want kids. And recently she said that she doesn't want to have kids, and she's questioning her. She brought up that she's bisexual recently, and she told me that she was giving me signs and all this. But
Derek, listen to me.
Now
Derek, she doesn't want to be married to you, man. You can cloud it up and convolute it as much as you want. She doesn't want to be married to you.
So you don't think there's the second chance of just really giving her, if she admitted she screwed up and that it was a one-time thing due to me not giving her the affection and attention that this other person slightly gave to her?
No, dude, it's madness, and you know that. Yes, I believe couples can come back together. I do. But like she told you, she's been giving you hints for a long time. She didn't really want to do this.
Yeah.
Let me say it this way. She doesn't want the life that you want. You want to have a traditional marriage. You want to have kids. You want to have somebody that doesn't cheat on you. You want to have someone that doesn't steal from the family funds and go who knows where. You want to be with somebody that you don't have to wonder where they are no matter what they tell you, because they lie all the time.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want that life. She wants to go where she wants to go, sleep with who she wants to sleep with, not have any more responsibilities, not disconnect from her ex. She doesn't want this life, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy to think of.
I know.
I mean, you don't.
I know. It's crazy. Y'all just went through this. How long have y'all been dating?
We've been together for 4 years and married for about 14 months.
Did she cheat on you while y'all were dating?
No, but I mean, she the only crush that she really has against me, or what she uses against me, that kind of said that she lost trust in me and all that, was while we were engaged. And I was going through school. There was a girl in my class that it was strictly only professional. We never communicated outside. And the only thing I ever did was, it was kind of a rough patch in our relationship, and she was drunk all the time, and I was kind of fed up with everything that was going on. And all I did was look up. I typed in this other person's name in social media. I saw that her account was private, and that's all it was. I added friend request her. I didn't message her. I just left it at that. And then that night she went through my phone and saw that I was, I guess, curious about this other person I was in class with.
Yeah, dude, that's not a violation of trust, homie. It's not. That's just her looking for some way that she can get out of this mess. I didn't even think about substance abuse. She's using all the time.
Oh,
yeah.
Recently, yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You can do whatever you want to do. You're a grown-up, okay? You can plow ahead and just do life without some sort of radical change in what I would call core character. Somebody who tells the truth. Somebody that isn't running around hiding from emotion. Someone who believes in fidelity. Somebody who, if they say they're no longer married to somebody else, they stop reaching out to them and trying to hang out with them and telling them secrets about their current marriage. Without that, man, you can hang on all you want, dude, but she doesn't want to be in this marriage, period. And just remember her words. I've been giving you signs.
Yeah.
Now, as for, I don't know, man. You can go after your coworker or whatever, That was an act of betrayal if y'all were friends and coworkers or whatever. But I think that's a distraction. I think the problem is your wife.
Yeah. But seeing this person now, we don't directly work, but it would be through either passing or on jobs or, at
But what's your
events.
boss? Your boss is it against the company policy?
I'm not sure. It'll be look really be frowned. People look down on her. She's trying to eventually promote and get a higher up position. And
yeah, I honestly, bro, I don't think it's gonna. You can do what you're gonna do, man. I personally wouldn't spend my energy, sitting down and having a big conversation with my boss. In most companies in the United States, if you're good at your job, that's what they care about, and you can be with whoever you want to be with off company time. So you can go do that, but I don't know what it's more likely to just make work really an uncomfortable place. It's already uncomfortable, obviously. You can burn whatever you want to the ground. That's your life. I think the bigger issue here is dealing with this woman doesn't want to build a life with you, doesn't want to be married to you, and doesn't share the same values that you share. And that to me is the bigger, more honest place you find yourself. And I'm so sorry that it happened to you, man. I can't tell you what to do next. I can tell you I don't have a lot of faith in your wife. I've got zero faith, actually. And I don't know how you build a marriage on 100% lack of faith and trust. You can't. So unless there's a major turnaround there, yeah, man, unfortunately, I think things are pretty tough for you right now. Thanks for the call, man. Call me back anytime if I can help in any way. We'll be right back. All right, let's talk about bond charge. I've been on board with the benefits of red light therapy for a long time, and that's why I'm excited to tell you about my friends at Bond Charge. Our lives are lived almost entirely inside, under the harrowing glow of fluorescent lights, in front of little screens and medium-sized screens and big screens. All this stuff affects our mood, our sleep, our anxiety, and the studies are showing it. And this is why I love Bond Charge. Bond Charge is a world leader in red light therapy and EMF blocking gear. I use their red light therapies every single day. Red light therapy can help boost your mood, reduce stress, and help with sleep. I use my red light therapy panels, infrared sauna blanket, EMF mat, all of it, all the time. And listen up, if your skin looks tired, check out Bond Charge's red light mask for skin recovery, collagen production, and improved blood flow. I just got the mask and I'm going to start using it soon so I can look beautiful. Just wear it 10 minutes a few times a week for fresher skin easily. There's no creams or appointments. It's lightweight and it's cordless. Go to bondcharge.com/Delony and use coupon code Delony to save 15%. That's BONCHARGE. Bondcharge.com/Delony and use coupon code Delony to save 15%. Go check them out. It was just a few weeks ago that we all moved our clocks forward 1 hour. Ugh. Listen, I love the extra hour of daylight, but dude, losing an hour of sleep is tough on me and my entire family. And it's when we lose that hour of sleep that I'm reminded just how important good, deep, rich sleep is for my attitude, my cognitive function, and my ability to just show up and be the husband and father I need to be. This is why I love my friends at Helix. My Helix mattress has helped me get to sleep faster and sleep more deeply, so I wake up refreshed. I love, love, love it. I also know that a big reason why my kids don't fight me very often on going to bed is because they sleep in luxury on their Helix mattresses. Helix offers a mattress for every person's sleep style. If you run hot at night, if you've got concerns with your spine, if you sleep on your back or your stomach or your side, however you sleep, Helix has got you. Plus, Helix offers a 100-night trial, and every Helix mattress comes with a 10 or 15-year warranty, so there's really no risk. Let's make the most of your sleep this spring. Get online and take the Helix Sleep Quiz just like I did, and they'll help you find the perfect mattress in less than 2 minutes. Just go to helixsleep.com/Delony today and get 20% off site-wide for their spring savings event. That's 20% off everything at helixsleep.com/Delony. With Helix, better sleep starts right now. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. All right, you've heard me say this 1,000 times, and I'm just going to keep saying it. You're worth being well. And I think therapy can help. Look, I see a therapist. I think a lot of you probably should too. But let's be real. Taking that first step to see a therapist can feel overwhelming. Maybe it's the time commitment. Maybe you have some preconceived notions about therapy. Maybe it's the cost. But listen, we spend time and money at the gym, on organic groceries. Some of you are essential oil people. Some of you have tracker watches. Some of you just knit all day. I don't know what it is, but when it comes to our mental and emotional well-being, we don't want to spend the money. We don't want to spend the time. We hesitate. Your mental and emotional health are just as important as your physical health. And the good news, BetterHelp makes therapy more affordable and more convenient than ever. Since it's online, you can talk with your therapist when it works for your schedule. No waiting rooms, no long commutes, and no 6-month waiting lists. You just get online and fill out a short survey, and they'll match you with a licensed therapist. And if it's not the right fit, you can switch therapists at any time for no extra cost. Hear me say this. Your well-being is worth it. You are worth it. Visit BetterHelp.com/Delony to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Delony. All right, let's go out to Shreveport, Louisiana. Right down old I-20 there and talk to Abby. Hey, Abby, what's up?
Hey, Dr. John, thanks for calling me. I was just listening to your show this morning.
Well, I appreciate you. Hopefully it was a good show this morning.
It was.
What's up?
Well, I currently work my dream job away from home, but I'm getting married in a couple of months, and I'm worried about my ability to be the wife that I want to be while working off. And I don't know at what point do I give up on my dream job.
What is working off? What do you mean?
I work about 2 hours away from home, and during the week I have to stay out of town, and then I only get to come home on the weekends.
So can we say out of the gate, this is clearly not a dream job?
The things
it's
that
a job
I get
that you
to
like.
Yes.
Or it's a great job, but it does not give you the life you want.
No, it's like I have to sacrifice my personal life to have this work life that I want.
And what do you want this work life for?
I'm just really passionate about the work that I get to do. I get to work with animals regularly. I'm out in the woods every day. And so it's extremely fulfilling in that aspect. But I do have to sacrifice a lot of my personal life for that.
Okay. So you tell me. Can y'all, what's the chances of moving closer?
The only reason that is not an option for us is my fiancé makes a significantly more money than I do at this job. And his job is located 2 hours away from this one. So moving is just not an option because he would have to take such a significant pay cut for us to do that.
Man, you guys have boxed yourselves in, haven't you?
Yes, we have. And both of our families live close to where his job is. And we are extremely close to our families and want to keep that. Our goal has always been to live close to our family so that one day when we do have kids, we're raising them with our village.
Okay. So is some of this he knows who he married and he knows that you're out of town 4 days a week?
Yes. No, yeah, he knows. He's extremely supportive. My job is also his dream job. So he's extremely supportive and he understands why I'm doing it. The hope has been for me to eventually get a job down in central Louisiana where we live. But it seems like that's not going to become a thing anytime soon. Because I've been waiting on some jobs to come open, but they've been canceled with a lot of the federal funding cuts, or they've been pushed back. So,
that's a conservation nightmare. I've been reading up on that. It's wild, man.
Yes, it is.
So, what is it about your job that you love?
I would say it doesn't even feel like I'm working when I'm at work. Like I get to trap and band ducks and respond to wildlife emergency calls. I get to help landowners manage their properties so that they get quality deer herds. And I'm outside and I'm having fun and I'm in the sunshine every day. Like, it just feels like I'm outside playing every day, but it's work and I'm getting paid for it. And I can't tell you how many times I've been working and I'm like, man, I can't believe I'm getting paid right now.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a good solution for you, sister. I'm sorry. I wish I did. I don't have a great solution. I mean,
I think my most recent fear with it, especially with all of these cuts, is if I do leave my job so that I can be home full time, I'm afraid that I'll never find another biologist job again, especially not one that's this fun, because a lot of the jobs in my field are, you're doing like a lot of soil work and plant work. It's not as wildlife based, but this job is extremely wildlife based. It's like I hit the jackpot with a biologist job with this one.
Sure. Well, and I guess there's two things I would put on the table. One is nobody in the world, nobody saw a conservative Senate, House, and presidency coming in and all of the resulting cuts to public land conservation. Nobody saw that coming.
No, I definitely didn't.
Nobody did. In a billion years, nobody saw that, right?
Right.
I'm watching the most conservative people I know who are outdoorsmen just like in a panic, right? I'm reading up. I'm like, it's nobody saw that coming. Here's what I tell you that. The job that you have, will it still be here in 18 months, 24 months, 36 months? That's number one. I think it's the sense that like it's always going to be here. And all of your colleagues thought that too. They thought that a month ago.
Right.
Right? So that's number one. The second one is, this one's unpopular, right? Still probably my top one or two favorite jobs ever of all time. Like the job I have right now is like a glitch in the matrix. It's not real, okay?
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
how I feel about my job.
yeah, exactly. It's silly. This is my job, okay? I was a high school basketball coach and a track coach. I loved it. And I coached cross country, and then I went to basketball season, and then went to track season. And I was unmarried. I had no kids. And so I got up at 6 o'clock. I had to be in my classroom by like 6:40. So because the bell rang at 7:10 or something god awful early. And I'd get home at midnight. And that was just my life. And I loved it. I loved it. And I get to look back on it now in season as the great job that it was. It was a blast. I got to hang out with lots of amazing high school athletes, lots of amazing high school kids. I mean, it was just an amazing coaches. I got to learn so much. It was a great time in my life. And it would be completely impractical now with the life I have now.
Right. And I feel like I'm moving on to a new season of my life with getting married. And I have ideas of the kind of wife I want to be. I want to be available, you know, and I see how much my job takes away from my personal life and this dream, this idea of what I have, of what I want my personal life to be.
Can I tell you what I think about you? How old are you?
I'm 25.
I think you're a person, maybe I'm crazy. I think you're a person that will find joy at just about any job in the world.
You know what? My fiancé actually told me that I'm a wildflower and I can grow anywhere I go.
I think he's right. I just listening to you talk. You know what was so crazy? My next job, I loved it. And then the job after that, I loved it. And there's some parts I don't love that aren't fun about every job. Right now, Kelly's staring right at me. I don't love that, right? but I think you're a kind of person that's just going to have pretty much a great life where you go. What I don't want you to do is I don't want you to have a fantasy about this picture of what being a wife is going to look like and then subsequently feel like.
Right.
And then dump all that on your husband.
Okay.
Because then you're going to resent him that you're not out running around with deer.
Right. Yeah.
if you make this transition, I want you to take full ownership of it. And there's going to be some sad parts to it. Just because you miss your old job and grieve it doesn't mean that you creating this new picture isn't of great value and it's going to be awesome.
I agree.
And you know yourself well enough to know I probably will not be good sitting in a windowless office.
Yeah, I would go crazy.
Yeah, I go crazy. So cool. But I don't know, like joining a yard crew or joining a land management team up there in central Louisiana. Like, who knows? But it wouldn't be a biologist. But man, you've got a skill set that would be amazing to ranchers, to city parks, to, I don't know. You could be the next Leslie Knope. I don't know. But you just see like a person that's going to just be so full of joy wherever you go.
Well, I appreciate that. I think that wherever I go, it'll be whatever I make of it. So
yeah.
I do agree with you saying that.
But can we also say this? This is a pretty sweet gig you have.
It is.
And it's all right to be really sad about it.
Yes. And maybe you're right. Like, it is just a season of my life that I'll look back on and show photos to my kids and be like, look how awesome your mom used to be. Well, hopefully I'll still be awesome.
You'll still be awesome, but instead of tagging ducks, you'll be all camoed up and you'll be like, now we're hunting them, right? I don't know what you'll be doing.
Right.
But like, I think it'll be up to you to make sure I know what keeps me whole and well. And that is being outside.
Right. And I've been doing this now for close to 2 years, and I feel myself getting burnt out. And it's the job duties that keep me going. Like, that's the only thing that keeps me going. But as soon as I'm off the clock, I'm sad because I know I'm not going home.
That's right.
To my home.
That's right. So let's do a couple of things. One, let's exhale. What an amazing 2 years you've been able to have. You got a biologist dream job. You've been running around, and it fit you like a glove. This particular job for this particular season. That's amazing. And you've decided, I want to have this other kind of life, and it's not going to be compatible. I can't drive 2 hours one way to work. And so I'm going to grieve it. I'm going to be sad about it. Maybe you and your husband have a ceremony, like a cheesy little ceremony. Like, this is the end of this particular season. And now I'm going to work really hard to find an outdoor job, a job I can run around. And it's not going to be as good, but we're not going to compare because we've got a much bigger world that we're trying to create now. And when you have those moments where you feel sad, or you see a whole bunch of deer on the side of the road when you're driving in the middle of Louisiana, you can have that little lump in your throat, like, oh, it was so fun. Or, man, this particular field, it needs to have this kind of grass instead of this. You'll be able to do all that kind of stuff. But man, maybe you find yourself as a biology teacher and you are communicating to these kids like how amazing conservation is and how amazing the outdoor world is. I mean, that's awesome. But you get to create the next season of your life. And dude, I just applaud you for being a person who finds joy, and I applaud you for being a person who says, I have a different picture for my life, and it's going to cost me the one I'm living right now. Whew, I'm going to make that happen. You're amazing, Abby. Amazing, amazing. Hang on the phone. My wedding gift to you is we're going to hook you up with all the questions for humans, for couples, for you and your fiancé, and as he becomes your husband. And also, hang on the line. I'm going to send you my buddy Ken Coleman's book, Work You're Wired to Do. It's got a like a survey in there, like an inventory to see what kind of jobs you might be interested in. And it might be a good way for you to start exploring new careers with the passions that you already have. So hang on the line here. I'll hook you up with those gifts. Congratulations. And thank you for brightening up our show a little bit today. You're awesome. We'll be right back. All right, so Easter has come and gone again. And just like there's no finish line for your physical health or your mental and emotional well-being, there's no finish line for being still and intentional about gratitude, about growing in your faith, or about building a relationship with God. And this is good news. Intentionality about spiritual matters is a practice, and any time can be a new starting point. So if you committed to consistent prayer, gratitude, or a practice of reflection during Lent, I want to encourage you to keep going. These small daily habits add up to a transformed life. For my daily practice, I personally use Hallow, the #1 prayer app in the world. It's a great tool to help me stay connected, to help me slow down, and to help me be grateful. Whether it's guided meditation, music, or scripture readings, Hallow helps me stay mindful even when life's gone bonkers. So set reminders, carve out time, and keep leaving space for your faith with Hallow. When you sign up right now at hallow.com/Delony, you'll get 3 months for free. So even if you missed out on Lent, it's still a great time to start. Again, go to hallow.com, that's HALLOW, hallow.com/Delony for 3 months for free. All right, we are back. I have a money and marriage question here. Here's the question. Our son and daughter-in-law live about 4.5 hours from us. She is his whole world, which we agree should be his first commitment. However, while they spend time with her family almost weekly, here comes the scorekeeping. We are lucky to see them 2 to 3 times a year. All calls are initiated by us. We're always very open with communication prior to their marriage, but since then we feel like we've been shut out of their lives often. We've gently told them we love them and we want to love and support them even though we are not nearby. We've shown we are more than willing to visit them, but we are never invited. How do we manage resentment that keeps resurfacing, mostly towards our daughter-in-law? Number 1, get over yourself. Get over yourself. You raised an independent son who is off creating the life that you raised him to create. Get over it. That's number 1. Now, number 2, don't just get all the way over it, okay? I want you to pick up the phone and tell your son, I'm coming down to probably his dad. Dad, I'm coming down to meet with your son. I want to take you to lunch, take you to breakfast, just us two. And drive down and say, hey, I'm creating a whole bunch of stories in my head. Me and your mom are creating a whole bunch of stories in our head. And I guess I just want to tell you I miss you. And it's not your job to make us feel like we have purpose in the world or whatever, but we really miss you. And we miss how connected we used to be. And we know that you're married and we know you've got a new life and we know all we get all that. But man, we miss you. What does it look like for us to visit? What does it look like? You've turned into a bad caller, a bad communicator. I'd love to talk to you, but I want to feel like we're not invading on you. Like, what's the best way we can do this? We feel like behavior's a language. We feel like we're getting a message you don't want us in your life. And maybe y'all are too much. Maybe he's finding a different level of peace with being around his new wife and her family. Maybe he just gets to exhale. I don't know. I don't know if y'all show up and you criticize and complain. If you're like, well, why are you doing this? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know what the dynamic is. But if dad drives down and meets with his son, presence is a huge thing. And saying the words, hey, I've been making up all these stories over the last couple of years. I'm so happy for you. And golly, I miss you, man. I miss you so much. The stories I'm making up are that, like, we drive you crazy. You don't want to talk to us anymore. And I don't want to be a burden, but also, man, we miss you. And sometimes I wish you'd call your mom. Talk to me, bud. Talk to me. And that's how I'd approach it. In unspoken secrets, unspoken frustrations turn into those resentments, and that's not fair for his new wife. It's not fair because your son doesn't call you, and y'all don't like calling him. You want him to have to do the work. Fine, you can put those expectations on him, but if he doesn't meet them, blaming his new wife is simply unfair. It's not cool. I also want y'all to be reflective. Are y'all critical? Do y'all show up and just sit on your phones the whole time? Do y'all show up and don't have any idea, like, what do y'all want to do? I don't know. Like, how are y'all participating in his life? And then some of it is, yeah, man, this is kind of what happens. He goes off and begins his new adventure. And maybe calls being initiated by you aren't such a bad thing. Maybe that's not such a bad thing. This one's tough, man. The only way this gets solved is by people speaking face to face with each other and being humble and saying, hey, I miss you. Hey, I'm making up stories. You sent this text and I interpreted it this way. Am I out to lunch? My story is I'm making y'all crazy. We've made you crazy. My story that we're making up is your new wife doesn't like us. Is there things we can do to become more likable because we want to be around you guys? That's the way to have that conversation. Giving your son more chores as an adult as he's starting his new family is just a recipe for him to continue to isolate and go on about his life without you. Now it's time to have mano y mano. Two guys sitting down saying, I miss you, buddy. How can we reconnect? Love you guys. Bye.